What did you think of Jalen Hurts? You and I were texting a little bit during that game on Friday against the Packers, and I said he looks like cheesesteak Daniel Jones because he just looked lost. And to me, the Eagles took the ball out of his hands in their second half. They're like, we got to win this game. We're giving it to Saquon, and we're not letting Jalen Hurts throw the ball down the field anymore. It is just going to be short and intermediate passes to Smith and Brown, and that's what won him the football game.
Yeah, no question. I mean, he has been off for dating back to last year. The downfield ball location hasn't been as good. It seems like he's not getting a clear picture. The tush push and the running wasn't nearly as fruitful there as well. So, yeah, I'd be a little concerned, but it probably doesn't matter because of the cheat code and all that. Even though you got Saquon there scoring a bunch of tutties, it probably doesn't matter.
What?
Why are you shaking your head?
You're welcome.
All right, we got one more game on the docket. The immobile Kirk Cousins and that bad right Achilles travels to the Link to take on the 1-0 Eagles on Monday night. John, you talk about Burrow in the shotgun. Kirk Cousins played all but one snap in the shotgun or pistol. He can't move. I think maybe the Falcons realized this when they got him into their building, and they're like, oh my God, this guy's shot. Like, Michael Penix's time is coming, and it's worrisome for me because the Eagles know that Kirk Cousins can't throw deep. He was one of two quarterbacks last week not to attempt a pass of over 20 yards in the air, Daniel Jones being the other one. So if the Eagles can kind of pack it in, that's not boding well for Drake London and Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, no doubt. The one thing that makes me feel a little better is Philly's pass rush is not great, right?
Right.
What did you think about their coverage overall in week one and Vic Fangio's defense? I kind of tweeted
phenomenal.
I tweeted that, you know me, I over exaggerate on things. And then of course Twitter rips me, but I'm like, Vic Fangio's already fixed the defense. It was like a half. And I said that because they were way tighter, right? You agree, right? They looked a lot better.
They added a ton of speed to their defense too, as well. They added C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Cooper DeJean, the new corner that they drafted in the first round as well. And they're a faster unit. And instead of having guys running the Fangio principles, they actually have Vic Fangio running their offense. He's turned a guy in Zach Bond, who was a career special teamer with the Saints. The guy looks like one of the best linebackers in football right now. So, yeah, I think the Eagles D is looking good. They'll be at home. Crowd will be super excited.
Yeah.
I
national
think
TV game for Kirky, meltdown Kirky. But he does crush Philly, Kirky does.
Yeah, we'll see. The Eagles over the last 3 years, for some reason, always get a week 2 national TV game. A lot of times it's Thursday nighters, and they're pretty good on those. But what did you think of Jalen Hurts? You and I were texting a little bit during that game on Friday against the Packers, and I said he looks like cheesesteak Daniel Jones because he just looked lost. And to me, the Eagles took the ball out of his hands in their second half. They're like, we got to win this game. We're giving it to Saquon, and we're not letting Jalen Hurts throw the ball down the field anymore. It is just going to be short and intermediate passes to Smith and Brown, and that's what won him the football game.
Yeah, no question. I mean, he has been off for dating back to last year. The downfield ball location hasn't been as good. It seems like he's not getting a clear picture. The tush push and the running wasn't nearly as fruitful there as well. So, yeah, I'd be a little concerned, but it probably doesn't matter because of the cheat code and all that. Even though you got Saquon there scoring a bunch of tutties, it probably doesn't matter. I will say A.J. Brown will likely see shadow coverage from A.J. Terrell. So our guy, Skinny Batman, should do very, very well. Good data points here on this matchup here for Skinny Batman. 2.35 yards per route run and a 24% target share out of the slot. Compared to 1.76 yards per route run, 19% share outside. So I think it's going to be another Skinny B game. And certainly Barkley's looking good. Goddard was a buzzkill again. I mean, give it up with Goddard, man. I mean, I can't take this guy anymore.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna get more and more from him as the season goes on. But yeah, not a guy you want to trust every week. Finally, what's your level of concern on a Drake London and a Kyle Pitts with Kirk, who just looks like he can't drive the football?
I mean, it's definitely a short-term concern. Um, I was already concerned about the schedule, knowing that Kirky is probably going to be slow out of the gate and or rusty. I looked at the schedule and I was like, oh boy, Pittsburgh, and then now at Philly, then KC. New Orleans isn't that bad. Tampa, then it lightens up. It gets better. I think if I had Pitts or London, I wouldn't panic right now because even if Kirk is dead, you do have Penix. So they do have that. So either Kirk is going to get it together and shake the rust off and play better, or they're probably going to bench his ass in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, something like that. So I wouldn't panic. Um, Pitts did score. There were some data points with Pitts that were somewhat encouraging. I don't have them in front of me here. I'm still putting it all together for the big article I do on Sunday, Hanson's Hint. So make sure you check that out because I freaking put about 22 hours of work into that damn thing. Just looking to get it right. But yeah, I mean it's a little scary this week. I don't know what you do. I would roll with London as a drop him down your depth chart if you could. So yeah, maybe you drafted him as a low end 1 or a high end 2. Well, can we make him our 3? That would make me feel a little bit better. And then Pitts you're just rolling with because he did score last week.
Yeah, we'll see if we get a little London and Slay and whatever happens there with that fun matchup. So it'll be a good Monday nighter there. Looking forward to popping a cold one and enjoying that. And I always enjoy my hour every Friday here with you, John. So folks, good luck in week 2. Make sure you go over to FantasyPoints.com, sign up using our code SCOREMORE. And don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you get this podcast. Leave us a nice review and get on that YouTube channel. YouTube has so much incredible Fantasy Points content, youtube.com/fantasypoints. You're going to learn so much. And hey, all that stuff over there is free. So go subscribe and do us a favor. All right. For the guru, John Hanson, I'm Brian Drake. We'll see you next time for the Fantasy Points podcast.